Hello. We're in a slightly different location. I um I kind of enjoyed the last video, so I figured I would make a part 2 of me just looking through the Minecraft wiki while while floating around in Minecraft. I'm not looking for anything specific, just a sort of nice background to sort of look at while I go through the Minecraft wiki. The last video I I talked about I talked about blocks specifically blocks, and I mentioned briefly towards the end of that video about looking at the items, and there's a lot there's a lot of items in the game. I've got the page set up right here. Um, the first sort of section is just items that create blocks, fluids, or entities. Items corresponding directly to blocks in name and ID are excluded from this list for the sake of brevity. Okay? I will not be listing all of them, but I will be looking at a few of them that pique my interest specifically. These are in alphabetical order. And the third on the list is armor stand, which I personally never use. I've never made an armor stand because I don't have a use for them in any sort of redstone contraptions, and as is used for their intended purposes. I very rarely have like an attachment towards any specific armor, but there are some interesting items in this list, such as there's one that's called brown egg. An egg is an item that can be used to craft food items or thrown for a chance to spawn baby chickens on impact. They have three variants based on the they have three variants based on the variant of the corresponding chicken. That's interesting. I didn't realize that different chickens now spawn different eggs. So there's a brown egg, there's a regular egg, and let's see if I can find the third one. Might take me a second. It's like I'm playing a game of Where's Waldo. I don't see the third variant. Oh, it's a blue egg. Huh, that's interesting. Hmm. I guess I just haven't really interacted with any of the variant mobs all that much. I've seen them. I've seen brown chickens, but usually I'm in a biome that only has the regular basic white ones. I'm looking at the list again, looking for anything interesting. And the truth is, I don't really see anything. guess they do make blocks on a technicality. Um, there's a few items here like glowberries, potatoes, and wheat seeds, which is food. But I guess because you can plant them, they count as items that can create blocks, which kind of makes sense. So anything that you can plant, anything that you can place, is interesting. All the bucket items are here. Bucket of cod, all the fish, powdered snow bucket, and lava bucket. The trident, I guess the trident does create an entity when you throw it. Splash potions, I suppose. Pitcher pod. Hmm. And now we're moving on to items with use in the world. These items, when highlighted in a player's hotbar or held in the offhand or equipped in an armor slot, can be used by either attack or use, or can serve a specific purpose. For example, offer the player advantage or disadvantage. Some can be used at any time, others only when aiming at specific blocks or entities. I'm trying to think. I guess an example would be like if you used seeds on a composter, even though there's multiple items in the game that you can use on a composter. There's a lot of items in here. A lot of the music discs are here, and all of the tools. So like iron pickaxe, wooden sword, all of those are listed here, sort of to fluff up the list. Like you could probably just have your own separate section for tools, but I guess this is fine. All of the bundles and all their different colors are here. Hmm. The compass is here. It seems like all of the food items are here. The music just turned off for me for a second. Oh, there's a. Right here is the debug stick. The debug stick is an item used to edit the block states of blocks. It is visually identical to a regular stick, but with a glint as if enchanted. That's on here. It's on Java edition only, so. And now we have all of the diamond tools and armor. Enchanted books count. All the bundles. Honey, honeycomb, honey bottle. Knowledge book. A knowledge book is a utility item that reveals available crafting recipes to the player when used. I suppose. I didn't realize that, but lapis lazuli can be used as a dye, but only in Bedrock. Interesting. There's a lot of things in the game. There's a lot of differences between Java and Bedrock. I think for some reason, I think Bedrock is harder because of the mainly due to the regeneration. Regeneration works differently, takes longer. Here's the mace, which I said in the previous video. The heavy core is one of the rarest items. Probably not one of the rarest items, but pretty much. Because I think there's just a luck chance that you get it. So it's rare if you're not good at gambling, which I am not. And then we have all the music discs. I've never collected all of them, and I've never really I don't even think I've heard some of the newer ones, like the the ones that they've recently added, like the copper music disc, and the gassed one. Hmm. I've just discovered something that I'm not going to share with you because I personally hate it. So I'll just move on. We've got a lot to go through. Can you eat poisonous potatoes? Yeah, I mean, you can eat spider eyes if you're hungry. It makes sense that you'd be able to eat poisoned potatoes. I apologize for hiccuping. There's not a lot to really talk about on here specifically because it's a lot of repeats are here. All the dyed um, anything that you can dye is here, minus the leather armors. I think that would make it 10 times bigger. But like the harnesses that you can put on Happy Ghasts, all the dyed variants are here, in all the bundles, and just the dye themselves is also listed. Spectral arrow is apparently something that's only on Java Edition. A spectral arrow is a type of arrow that inflicts the glowing effect on hit in addition to dealing damage. Does wolf armor only have one variant? Can you not dye it? It can also be dyed. Never mind. Thank you, Minecraft Wiki. And now we've moved on. Items with indirect uses in the world. The player cannot interact with or directly use these items. However, they are used for trading, brewing, enchanting, or crafting. Ingredients for other items that do have direct uses, clocks and recovery compasses, are exceptions as they merely serve an informative function, although clocks can also attract piglins as a dropped item entity. That's I didn't know that. I can finally find out what pottery shards are used for. Okay. You can't use them for anything. they're just they're just shards that come from pottery. Crazy, I know. All the um all the armor trims are listed here, which is neat, including the netherite upgrade. And I think all the ores are here as well. So things like diamond, copper. I don't see iron. Um, there's an iron nugget. Iron nugget is listed here, but the iron ingot isn't. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because an iron ingot can be used outside of just crafting. Can't you? Is it because you can use iron ingots to heal iron golems? That might be it. Anyway, there's a couple of things here that aren't really piquing my interest. I mean, rabbit's foot. I wish the rabbit's foot actually had a use. Besides, you know, it being used for potions, I think, to give you a jump boost. The music just went out again. Sort of, sort of messing with my flow personally. And now we're going to move on to the spawn eggs, which I'm pretty sure most of them have been updated to look like the entity they spawn. And they all look very cute, but there's nothing really. I don't know. I guess I could try to look for like my favorite mobs again. Like um the pig. The pig spawn egg. It just kind of it's pink. There's nothing special about it. Let's move on. I think I'll be skipping the Minecraft education items because I've never played or used the education edition. But I will be talking about the unimplemented items, like the ruby. There's not a lot of information about it. It's just a texture. It's just a texture, apparently. That's it. But let's look at removed items. Removed items no longer exist in current versions of the game. The list is short, so I'll go over all of them. Copper horn. A copper horn was a horn crafted from a goat horn and copper ingots. What sound did it make? What was its use? I'm curious. Block inspector. is a special item in Minecraft education that can be used to identify blocks in the world. Sorry about that, was clearing my throat. There's horse saddles were items which allowed the player to ride horses. I guess there's a difference between like leather saddles or the saddles that we have now and specifically horse saddles. There's also studded armor. Refers to 4 armor item textures which were found in the initial versions of the items alongside the leather armor, chain armor, and plate iron armor set. Studded. I'm trying to think what would be studded. What would be studded armor? I can't really think of anything. I guess studded would be if you combined iron and leather, but that's just a guess. Also down here is the quiver, and it was an item that existed from Java Edition, really long string of numbers, until Java Edition, another really long string of numbers. Like other items at the time, it was ultimately non-functional and only existed for testing purposes. I'm trying to think about what a quiver would be used for. Maybe you could wear it and store specific arrows in said quiver. Like if you only wanted to shoot like poison arrows or regular arrows. I don't know. Joke items. This list is really long. And joke items are present only in April Fool's Day jokes versions in the game. Nothing really here is sticking out to me. I've never really played any of the the April Fool's Day versions. So I don't know. I might skip them. There's a whole little segment here of just poisonous items. Poisonous potatoes, which are a pair of boots. And there's poisonous potato chest plate and a potato hammer. I wonder if you couldn't even wear them, you could just eat them. That'd be kind of funny. Anyway, yeah, none of these are really piquing my interest. And that's kind of it. I think that's it for this video. I mean, it'll be shorter than the last one, but I don't know. Is there such an abundance of items I couldn't really focus on any one or two specifically for too long. And a lot of the items are kind of the same, just with a different color. Or just they have the exact same uses. Or the uses that they do have just aren't very interesting. If you want a video of me reading out and listing every single item, I'd need money because this is a lot. I obviously skipped over 90% of them, but it starts with the acacia boat acacia boat with chest, armor stand, and then it goes like that for, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 18 items. But that's just the first segment. And then it has another very, very long segment with the items with use in world. I'll count them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. So, 54 items, another 4 rows. It's like 216 items just in this section alone, including the one up top and the one below it and the one below that. So yeah, my voice would be destroyed if I listed out every single item. But, all for the sake of entertainment. I noticed earlier that this forest was on fire, and that's because of the lava that I spawned in by approaching it. It's kind of funny. I noticed it, but I didn't want to comment on it. But anyway, thank you for watching. Bye bye.